All right, hello and welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. So, two things right off the bat. Number one is Excalibur is standing right behind me, and what I did was because of my level now, it's high enough. I had about 20 of the moderate sized healing potions. So, if you've ever tried to pull Excalibur out of the stone, you know that it will kill you because it drains your life really quick. So if you set it up on your quick bar and just hit X whenever your life starts to go down, you can pull it out. And then once you pull it out, it takes you to the room where his sarcophagus is at. And then you do the part where you bind it with his soul, and then you put down a fire while you're in there, and he has a conversation with you, which I won't go into it because I don't want to do spoilers. But then we have our mystery man who had saved us, and he first says, "Oh, you have that look. You've had a revelation of some type, one of those type of statements." So I wanted to see what he says because he knows a lot more than what he's letting on as well, and he apparently is much older than what you think he is.
I was a prototype for Merlin's latest idea, immortality. Me and Sewell.
I thought so. Immortal.
Pawns. Used and discarded when they found a better way. When they decided to go even deeper into their madness and turn our king into a monster. Sewell was Merlin's first attempt. I was the last. We could say I was lucky, but to say that would take a truly macabre sense of humor, don't you think? Even if he didn't, he should have. He was desperate to win, and desperation doesn't leave room for conscience. Every scream, every scar, even if he didn't see it, he allowed it. That's as good as approving it. Fight back. Against who? Merlin? The king? You don't fight gods when you're just a pawn on their board. You endure. You wait. And when the time comes, you either break, or you're left to clean up their mess. That's what I do. What I've always done. Of course he'd say that. There's always a scapegoat and a convenient excuse for men like him. But it doesn't absolve him. Not when he was the one who unleashed this madness on all of us. He wanted victory, no matter the cost. And when you want something that badly, you stop looking too closely at what's being done in your name. And, after all, who said we were supposed to win this war? Who said we were supposed to survive? The monsters, the weirdness, the chaos, all of it leads back to them. We're left in the ruins of their grand plans, trying to uphold their ideals, fighting for what never was. It's time to bury all these fairy tales in a well-deserved grave. And that's what I do.
And I find the interesting thing is all of the men that were experimented on, the soldiers, they volunteered to do this.
You've seen what they did, what he did. And that's not the end of the story. It's not the extent of their sins. Find the pieces of his soul. Put him back together, if that's what it takes. And then we, or I alone, if you decide to defy me, can end the cycle. Either way, we will get to his resurrection. I've seen it too many times to believe the cycle will be broken before it happens. But know this. Once he's whole, Arthur's power, his mistakes, and his madness will all return. And when that moment comes, I'll be there. Whether to stand with you or step over you. The choice is yours. Just remember that when that happens, and you stand by his side, there won't be room for both of you.
Interesting. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to side with Arthur this time.
You cannot kill me, and I don't want to kill you. But if you want to fight me now, I'll grant your wish. That's the least I can do.
Whoa. Okay, I wasn't expecting this.
It'll take more to defeat me. You'll pay for that.
Whoa, I defeated him.
You win. This changes absolutely nothing, but I hope you at least feel better about yourself. If you want the next piece, head to Kunacht. The Menhir there is failing, and the weirdness is swallowing what's left of the village. You will need to find another artifact. The shield that was given to Palamedes by the king. He was one of the king's finest, the voice of reason amidst the madness. But it didn't save him or his legacy from what they had coming. Find the shield, and then, well, we will meet again. We'll see if your perspective changes.
So that was an extremely interesting battle, I do have to say. Now, before you run and try this, okay, I'm level 14, all right, and my gear increases mana regeneration. The Priestess Cape regenerates 1% of maximum mana per second. I'm wearing the Druid's Wish Gem, which increases maximum mana by 15. My chest piece is the Spellsinger's Jacket, which increases spell power by 30%. The Wraps of the Waning Moon, which increases spell power by 10%, increases spell power by an additional 15 when health is lower than maximum. I'm still wearing the Ring of Toughness, which doesn't have anything to do with that. This lets me carry more stuff. My Breaches of the Waning Moon increases mana by 10 and increases mana regen by 3 when not in combat. I'm also wearing the Lesser Ring of Mana, which adds another 10. And then the Shoes of the Waning Moon, which increases movement speed multiplier by 25% when your mana is below 25%, increases spell power by 10%. Alright, I'm using the Enhance Channeler, just so you're aware. I bought the Flicker Bolt, and then I also carry the Winter Crone's Wrath. Skeletal Army, I have 5 skeletons now. And then Burning Ember, okay. And then, of course, I made Kraken food, the stronger health potion, those type of things. Let's see here. And then the King's Soul. Okay, so once you pull the sword and you talk to Arthur and stuff, and then you get choices. And each time you find one of his parts of himself, you'll get to make another choice. So this one is the King Soul. When using King Soul, time slows down around you. So we all know about that. You know, it's great for when you're doing combat, especially with something that's bigger or more powerful than you, because time stops and you can get behind them, you know, and just really lay into them. Another part of that is when using the King's Soul, you deflect all incoming projectiles. Yeah, you know, that's not bad. Dealing damage has a small chance to create a weird essence, which can be collected to regenerate a portion of the King's Soul. I almost took that, but I decided if King's Soul is fully charged, which mine was before this battle, you automatically use it when you would receive lethal damage. Okay, Excalibur. Killing enemies restores a portion of the King's Soul. That seemed like a good idea to me, but I didn't take it this time. Any type of finishing move restores 400% more of the King's Soul. When using the King's Soul, your damage increases by 50% for each enemy killed. I mean, Excalibur is a super powerful sword all in its own. Okay, and let's see here. Attributes. I have 7 into Endurance at this point, and 6 into Spirituality. And then on the skill tree, let's see here. This kind of, I've just been kind of humping this skill tree in practicality. So, general buffs. I have the mana battery, and I do want to go down into some of these. Combat. Your spell power is increased by 10%. I'm going to go down into this. Of course, my necromancer skills. Alright. I got one more dot to fill on it. Wands and clubs. And then I don't have anything into perception yet. And then into crafting. Selling items is 30% more profitable. It'll be 40%, and then it'll probably be 50%. Okay, potions. Alright, so what my spouse found out by watching somebody that she likes to watch, who also plays Diablo, is to put points into practicality and then make as many potions or as much of the high cost foods as you can, and then keep selling them over and over again. So I did do that, and I'm up to $21,000. So now I want to go down to the
It's nice to have a break.
Yes, it is nice to have a break. Here's my horse. Okay, the horse you get when you come over here to this bridge. He's underneath the bridge. Alright, you literally have to steal the horse. But that's fine, because then he's in your backpack from there. Okay, so this is how much of the map I've covered so far. I'm pretty much one-shotting stuff. Sometimes things get close to me or start to hit me, you know, but on average, I do pretty good. Okay, so now I've got the home over here, so that's where I'm heading to. And this thing steers like driving a semi-truck without having Let's see here. Yeah, the horse steers like a semi-truck without having power steering on it. It's crazy. The horse is pretty nice. I like it because you can actually go down really steep inclines with it, or I have on a couple occasions been able to go up steep inclines. It's also nice too because if you are overly burdened, you can use the horse to get from point A to point B. Oh, wrong lake. I need to be on the other side. Okay. Well, you know, it is what it is. See, you can climb really nicely with the horse. I mean, it does get caught up on some things. And it jumps. If you push your jump key, the horse can jump too. Turn. Okay, come on. Go up the stairs. Go up the stairs. Oh.
Hope nothing bad happens today.
Yeah, I hope nothing bad happens today too. See, I don't know that I can get down to that fishing village with the horse. Oh, brother. Back up. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, let's get off the horse. What am I doing? I'm trying to get down to the fishing village. You'd think I'd never done this before. Yeah, my girl runs like Quasimodo. They really need to fix the way these people. There's no reason for them to be all hunched over. Ouch. Alright, we're going to swim it. Oh, yeah, I sold my shovel accidentally. Little sandbar reefing. Here we go. I could have teleported. I wanted to save my teleport. Because I thought I was going to be here a whole lot faster. Interact. 20,000 grand dollars. Now my home. Alrighty. Not bad. decor mode enabled. Okay. Okay, so it's not working. It's my my stash is inside of the house. All right. What do I have to do to decorate my house?
You gonna go upstairs?
Yeah, I did.
Go upstairs.
I did.
Go to that table.
I did.
Turn on the decorate mode.
Okay.
Okay, now back up. Now go over to where the bed's at. Go to that corner where the bed's at. Click E. Okay. Now you can choose what you've purchased from that guy.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, awesome. Awesome.
Okay, click on the banner. You'll have to jump on the bed. See how it says edit furniture?
Yep.
Okay. So that guy when you had to get the basket coming to town?
Yes. Okay, so he's the
Buy
one.
furniture for your house.
Alrighty. I had to get some instructions from my spouse so I would know what I was doing. Okay. I can't get out of my house now. Disable.
Exit, yeah, decor mode.
Alright. This makes sense. My wife is the brainy one. Alright, let's go over here. Of course, now I'm going to have to go out and make money so I can decorate. This dude here is the interior decorator.
Ah,
He used to be the gatekeeper.
yeah.
Get the alchemy table.
Okay, I saw a house for sale in the village. He said a refugee is biting people. Open shop. There we go.
Okay, so there's an alchemy stand. There's a cooking stand.
Yeah, look at all this nice stuff. Wooden dressers.
Yes, cool. I'm telling you what you're going to want to buy for sure. To
Ooh,
make your house
plants. Table. Nice. Look at all this, guys. Wall cloths. But everything's expensive.
Yes, it is. That's why I'm telling you to get the alchemy stand and stuff. Yeah, it may already be in your inventory. Mine was. I didn't have to buy the alchemy stand and stuff. But you can put a working cooking pot, alchemy table, and blacksmith station in your house.
Nice.
Oh no, that's the pot you need. Is it? Is that a cooking pot?
Nope, it's just a pot.
This is the pot. Okay.
It's just a pot. Cool. Okay. So yeah, now I need to go out and make some money. Need to do a bunch of killings. Gotta go murder me some bandits. Let's see here. Where do I need to go to at this point? The Last Voyage. And Shadows of the Horn. Okay, I've been there. A World to Win. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is what we're going to do. This is going to be payback for them killing my fighter over and over and over and over again. come in here. We're going to talk to her.
Well, I'm sorry if you felt offended. I won't bother you anymore.
Oh no. I can't do her quest. She had a
I'm
house
sorry.
in a quest, but I told her that I wasn't her waitress. Okay, let's talk to this person.
Have you read The Last Voyage of the Andraste?
Not
What
yet.
are you waiting for, child?
Okay. So yeah, you had to find the ship, the Andraste. Can I interact with that one? Warning. Okay. Different types of fish that we can do. Shoot. Quest. I see the darkness. I've slain the creature that poisoned Cole's mind. I should return. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I had a dream. Okay, so she's actually up the hill. Oh, Cole's not in this cage no more. I wonder if he died or they had to execute him.
I promise you, dear, Cat is dead. We're safe here now.
And they just let you in with that brand. No trouble at all.
No, none at all.
Yes, when I found him, he was being held prisoner. He has a brand on his face. So I collected the branding iron, and then when I killed the bandit chief, I gave him the head.
I really owe you for that.
Let's see here.
No need to worry, love. As long as we're together, we'll be just fine.
Yes. I hope to let us stay here a bit longer. We'll make ourselves useful, but I just don't have the strength to move on right now.
My poor dear. Don't worry. I'll take care of you now. And before long...
Here, I got a reward for Cat's head. Of course, no one believed I was the one who killed her. But to that pencil pusher up there, a head's a head.
This is from me. It's not much, but no amount of gold could ever repay having my husband back.
Wow, 250 gold and 1,000 XP.
Left for someone like me.
Alright,
Oh, it's you. Did you hear? The keeper was cured. Cole wasn't so lucky. He's fallen into a strange state. A while ago, one of Fergus's men came by and told us, "You're bloody lucky Mahon got better." And that's the only reason we're still allowed to stay in the village.
okay, let's see here.
He just sits there, staring. He doesn't notice anyone. It's almost as if all the life inside him is frozen. I had a feeling something might change with your involvement. I knew you'd find... I wish I could tell you more. I wish I could... You tried, and that means a lot.
The keepers just let him out and allowed him to stay in the village.
Most of them wanted Cole dead, but Fergus forbade anyone from interfering. Since Mahon is getting better, he decided that Cole's fate is in our hands. But if anyone else raises a hand against him, they'd be sentenced, as if for murder. That cooled the tempers of the keepers, and I can't abandon him. Even if he's not exactly the Col I knew, he still looks like him. I won't ask you to end his agony. How could I? I'll take care of him for as long as he lives. And then, I don't know. I'll probably leave this godforsaken place.
Oh, I can end Cole's suffering for you? Wow. I can kill Cole, and you should be free of him. Let his soul rest. Jeez. I'm brutal. Don't waste your life here. You have so much to live for. You should leave. I'm sorry, betrays. I hope it'll get easier in time. Wow. Do I offer to kill him for her? Wow. Man, this is tough. You know? Well, I'm going to be a softie.
They say, but this one feels like...
Let me see if he's actually up here inside of her house. Yeah, here he is. Wow, yep, vegetable stew.
For someone like me.
Alright, I think I hit somebody else over here I needed to speak to. Hey, Ellis, come back here. Ellis, dude.
Ugh, what a mess. Frank, only once did I see him angry, and it's short normally, but when Frank lunged at me. Frank, if there were to act...
Nothing changes.
Okay.
Cole in the cage for the rest of his life. That's...
Alright. Well, so much for that. Oh, I could go speak to the druid. Not too far from where he's at. Let's see if it's anything. Oh. Okay.
So, if you're on these rocks, or on the islands, out in the water, you can put your bonfire.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think this will be the end of my recording. I'm going to go speak to the druid, and then since it's nighttime, I'm going to look around out here in the water and see if there's any other special chests. So hopefully what I told you about taking out Excalibur will help and then some of the pathways that I've chosen will be of help to you as well. Please hit like and please subscribe. Thank you.